live stream on YouTube, just in case you get bored. So yeah, just search that on YouTube. You will find my live stream on YouTube. So if you're bored, jump on YouTube, check out the comments. So we're going to talk about $50,000 in stocks, right? I think that's the first question we want to go over. If you have $50,000, how do you invest it? And we're going to say stocks and crypto. So the first thing I would do with my $50,000 is I would probably take 25 grand and put it into Voyager, and I would take my other 25 grand and I would probably put it into what's it called? Blockify. We'll talk about mining too. We're going to first talk about the 25 grand. So what I would do is I would put the $50,000 into actually stable coins that pay 9%. You can use Voyager, you can use Blockify, you can use Gemini, but Gemini will pay you 8%, not 9%. And I have links in my bio for all of them. And then what I would do is I would start to dollar cost average probably $5,000 a week into stocks. And so maybe on Monday I'd buy $1,000 of stocks. On Tuesday I'd buy another $1,000. And so what you're doing is you're taking that $50,000 cash. It's getting you 9%, but basically every day you're pulling out $1,000. You're buying crypto and stocks. What crypto and stocks would I buy? So crypto is really easy, just Bitcoin and Ethereum, nothing fancy. Stocks, I like Apple, I like Nvidia, I like Disney, I like Tesla, I like Google, I like Amazon. So I think that's a decent portfolio for 50K. You got the crypto, you got the big tech. Am I missing anything here? So that's what I would do if I had $50,000 to invest. I don't know if I'd really invest in any banks. I do like, what's it called? SoFi. I do like SoFi. Hey, we got one person in my live stream. Thank you. And I got one person in my YouTube live stream. I wouldn't really keep it in the bank, maybe like $2,000. You should probably keep like an emergency stash of like $1,000 to $2,000 in the bank. The driverless trucks would probably just be Tesla, and then Google is investing in driverless technology. So just go Tesla, Google. Oh, I didn't mention Microsoft. I would definitely own some Microsoft too. I always forget Microsoft. So don't forget Microsoft. But yeah, a lot of the future technology you guys are all talking about, I'm pretty sure Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, they will invest in it. Those big tech companies won't fall asleep at the wheel. Not anytime soon, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. We could see. We got any other topics or categories? So ideas of 2022, what's going to happen in 2022. So let's talk about the Fed, the Federal Reserve. MicroOnTech, no. So I don't think the Fed will raise rates. I don't think the Federal Reserve wants to crash the market. They're right now forecasting, or they're projecting that they're going to, the Federal Reserve is projecting 3 rate hikes. So they're saying they're going to raise the interest rates 3 times. One time in March, like one time in June, one time in September. I think we're going to get to March, and I think that's where the bull market starts again, or our uptrend goes up again. Why do I think this? Because they don't want to crash the market. So I think when it comes to March, when they're supposed to raise the rates, the interest rates, that's what's causing this market to crash. I don't think the Fed's going to do it. They're going to say, you know what, we don't want to crash the economy. And that's going to cause, cryptos to recover, stocks to recover. If I had 500K to spread out in crypto, would you consolidate it? No, I would probably put like 400K into Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then I would probably sprinkle like 100 grand into like different projects. but 400K, like I would do 200 grand Bitcoin, 200 grand Ethereum. Oh, nice. My first comment on YouTube. And then 100K, you can do different crypto projects. Buy AMC dirt cheap. I have Voyager. How do we send? Their Cash App is separate from Voyager. Cash App is owned by Square, so Voyager's not linked to Square, unfortunately. But if you really have 500K, you should consider getting into real estate. I think real estate's one of the best asset classes to own. And I think everyone's goal here is if you have more than 100 grand, you need to pick up a property. If you have less than 100 grand, you don't need to, focus on stocks and crypto. But once you hit that 100K mark, I think you need to shop for a property. You don't have to live in it. It can be a rental property. And I do recommend partnering on your first deal. I think partnerships split up the risk. Yeah, we got non-fungible cats in the house. Non-fungible, you gonna jump on this live? We can talk about the crypto crash. We can talk about our strategies, our tax strategies. I was waiting for over $1 million before you buy real estate. Nah, dude. I say over 100K. If you live in California, you might want to wait till like 500K. You'll jump on. Cool. All right, so I gotta invite non-fungible cats, and I have to take off my headset. All right, 1 second, guys. I gotta go grab my headset really quick. Let me first create him since he's coming on the live stream. What's up, non-fungible? The what? The real estate or what? Okay, cool. Hey, cover for me. I need to. I'm gonna take out my headphones because I'm doing a live stream also on YouTube, so I'm gonna just use audio and stuff. So I'll be right back. But you can go ahead and give me your thoughts really quick. I can still hear you.
Thirty, 40%, something like that. So I was able to get out of that FHA loan and into a conventional loan like in under 2 years.
Yeah, I think that the FHA loan, at least if you live in America, and I think they have something similar in Canada and Europe, it's the easiest way to become a millionaire is through FHA loans. And I don't know about you, but that's how basically most of my net worth was built, was through starting out with an FHA loan. I did it in 2010. I bought a property for $500,000. It was 15 grand down. That property is now worth over $1 million, and it pays me $5,000 of rent, and my mortgage on it is like 2 grand. So it's like literally one of the best investments I've ever made. $15,000 investment. It's worth $1 million now.
You can definitely do it in Texas, man, and that's more like where they are still going to have properties around
San Antonio.
100,000, just over 100.
San Antonio.
It's funny, man. Like I get these random calls like every 6 months. Like I have the same name as some guy out in Texas, and I get these calls about, do you still have that lot up for sale in Houston?
That's funny. I want to do a mobile home park with Party Finance, a crypto mobile home park. We'll see. That's my dream, guys. You guys are supporting me. Help me realize my dream. I want to get a crypto mobile home park in Texas. Maybe we'll invite Elon. We'll become famous.
That'd be hilarious.
Elon Musk will live at our. Dude, I actually respect Elon Musk, and I think, I think he did the right thing. Like, I feel you're more happy when you have less stuff. Like, he sold all his properties.
I thought that's what you were getting at. Him selling all of his stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I think the monks, the Buddhist monks, they have a hack in life, and it's like, maybe you don't want to go so hardcore where, and they always say like, your happiness is like the first like 100K, and then after 100K, there's really no difference. But yeah, I think there's just something about simplifying your life and not having a lot of extravagant things. And it's crazy that the guy that's he's worth almost 300 billion now, right? He's like 200 billion.
Something crazy, yeah.
And so he's got so much wealth, but he just lives in a mobile home, right? He lives in like a $50,000 house. And I bet you he's more happy in that $50,000 house than that $30 million mansion in LA.
Well, I mean, you talk about him like having figured out the hack. I say this half jokingly, but half jokingly, because you know how Elon is real big into like the whole like we live in a simulation thing. I think he's basically figured out how to be like a main player and how to, like it's an RPG, and how to best allocate his resources and use them.
Yeah, yeah. And it's hilarious that he now has paid the most taxes in history. And he really made those lawmakers eat it because, like, lawmakers like Elizabeth Warren, they use all the tax advantages to not pay any taxes. The same thing with Bernie Sanders. And what's funny is they live off of our tax dollars. And then you got Elon over here paying the most taxes in history. I think he paid $11 billion in taxes for 2021.
Yeah, it was something really high. Yeah, crazy. Like,
I will probably never pay even like a fraction of that. In my lifetime, I'll be really happy if I pay like 10 million or 20 million in taxes. And you got Elon here doing like 1,000x, 10,000x.
Yeah, I know.
So pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's just really dumb how the politicians like to kind of use some of these people as, I don't want to say like their scapegoat, but like their main talking point, their demon head. Yeah, like their demon head.
But they're hypocrites.
Don't know any better.
They're hypocrites because most of these politicians are millionaires. Most of them, like Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, they fly in private jets. They use all their tax deductions, and then they write books and they sell it to poor people. So, like, in a way, I even look down more on them because they take poor people's money and they don't do anything. If you instead of buying Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren's book, you bought like Tesla stock, you'd be making the planet a better place, right? And you'd be making money. I mean, all of us here.
At least Bernie's never really said anything to like make me feel like, man, you're stupid or you're like just offensive.
He took my money, man. I gave him money and I don't think he's allocating that money correctly. And I feel like a lot of the money that I did support him with, it went to Hillary, and Hillary's probably the most corrupted. Like, that's the main thing I hate is that.
Man, that's an interesting way to. Yeah, that might have been the truth, man. But Elizabeth Warren, I never cared too much about. And one thing that she did, like, what was it, in 2016, I think, whenever, like, Wells Fargo was having the whole scandal with the personal bank accounts, what Wells Fargo did was bad, but it actually didn't make them that much money. Like, those small bank accounts were, like, pennies.
But how is crypto a scam? Like, people call crypto a scam, but then you have these CEOs that literally stole money and then they paid nothing in taxes. And in fact, that Wells Fargo CEO, when he got kicked out, he got a $200 million severance package. So you had a CEO of a bank commit financial crimes, and the people that actually got fired were all the lower management people. And then when he does walk away, he gets $200 million for committing financial crimes, and like nothing happened to him. And so that's one reason why I think a lot of people want to go to like decentralized finance, because they see the corruption, and it's just ridiculous how much corruption there is in our financial system. But like, that's the only way our politicians can survive. They need the rich people's money, so that's why the rich people can get away with it.
Facts, yep, it's true. But like in that specific situation, and I'm telling you, I guess I feel she does this a lot. She doesn't give up. I think she knows better, and she just kind of makes these fake scapegoats or demon heads to kind of fool people. And with the Wells Fargo thing, she was like, "Oh, PwC, the seal of approval." And she really went after the entire accounting profession with those statements, I feel.
No, but that is one thing that's true, is that the auditors should not be getting paid by the company that's auditing them. It should be the shareholders. Like, that's why I actually watched a video. I don't know who it was, but the whole like auditing system is bullshit, because it's like, imagine a criminal is like, hey, come like search me to see if I've committed crimes. By the way, that criminal pays you. That makes no sense. And so the whole idea of like the company paying the auditor is just, and that's why these big companies never find financial crimes, because that, like they're in bed with each other. And so the whole system.
I mean, it's about materiality, man. Like, if let's say a company makes $10 billion a year and the financial crime was only for $1 million. Nobody's got time to find something that small. It's about materiality, and that's why PwC didn't bother to really look for the financial crimes there. Like, if they have suspicion of it, they do have to report it, but the money wasn't big enough for them to kind of chase it, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. But this is also how they're compensated. They're just compensated hourly. And in fact, I think they should put a limit on how much you're compensated hourly, and they should get more compensation. If the financial accounting firms made more money when they caught crimes, like they get 50% or something like that. Like if there was a financial incentive for them to catch their clients, and that's the thing too, is then no one's going to want to hire you if you're actually getting the right audits.
That's what's called a contingent fee. And CPAs are really across the country and the globe have kind of decided that's a big no-no. Like, the big one is in taxes. We can't charge you more if you get more money and a better return or based off of your court.
That's separate. I'm talking about an audit.
No.
But I'm talking about audits of financial companies. There's no incentive. The people that are auditing the financial company, there's no financial incentive for them. You know what I mean?
Their incentive is their reputation, man.
To not catch their clients. Because if they're auditing and they're catching their clients are going to go to another firm that hires more stupid people. And what's funny, it's always these like overworked college kids that do all the auditing. It's not any.
That does happen, but that's also how Arthur Anderson happens.
Can you explain that? I don't even know what this is.
So Arthur Anderson was the big accounting firm, because there used to be 5 big ones, and Arthur Anderson went under during Enron, because they were playing buddies with Enron and being like, oh, you don't have to disclose this, or we can say this is a different type of accounting treatment.
Yeah. But yeah, I think when people wake up, and that's the one thing too that's crazy, is that blockchain, the whole idea of an open, transparent accounting system, it gets rid of that, all of this. Like, what people don't realize is if you actually have digital assets, there's more transparency than a public company that just reports every 45 days if they feel like it too. Because like Amazon sometimes will disclose how much money they make from AWS, and then sometimes they won't. But with like a crypto asset, there's way more transparency. You actually can see, okay, these are how many tokens there are. These are the wallets of the holders. You don't get that kind of transparency. You have to wait every 45 days for maybe getting, the right number.
That's the other thing I was going to say, right? It's more than just the transparency. It's about that delay. That delay is really what we need to work to get rid of.
Well, and blockchain should make it instant. I mean, really with technology, because it's not paper anymore, like it made sense for there to be a 45 delay because it used to be accounting was done on paper. But I think...
And we keep on talking about corporations, but like the one that I think it's going to be an even better use case for is the accounting that's done by nonprofits and governments. Because right now we have to wait for government-wide financial statements or whatever financial statements are going to release to the public, or their budgets. We get those just a few times out of the year, but if it were on a blockchain, we could look at it right away.
Yeah.
And with nonprofits, if you want to go inspect their books, you have to get on a phone call and schedule something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If it was all on a blockchain, just go to a website, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So
my lady, she incorporated a nonprofit here recently to help the local Haitian community. Her and her partners they're looking to get the nonprofit status now.
I might actually hit you up.
I'm gonna figure out how to put the general ledger on a blockchain. If it's Binance Smart Chain or something. I'm gonna figure it out.
So I actually want to hit you up because you live in California. So we are thinking of doing a non-profit rental and setting it up because we want to just basically do discounted rentals for college students, because the whole college student debt crisis. So I'm actually talking to some property owners that they want to basically just do below market rents, do we have houses, so we do shared spaces and just do really, really low cost rent to subsidize basically students, because we want to help students as much as possible, not incur as much debt. And obviously one of the biggest expenses when you're in college is housing, and so we're trying to provide affordable housing and do it through a nonprofit.
You know what I was just thinking of? Because I was thinking, is there any similar nonprofits? And then I just remembered, one of the first, no, it was the first place I lived in LA. Awful place, but it was a men's sober living facility. And it ran a kind of like same deal what you're talking about.
Yeah, but we probably want to stay away from the druggy people. So the government, so this is actually...
This is how bad it was. It was like south of South Central and north of Compton.
So what was funny is I thought we're having the government pay off college debts. No, they use that. The politicians trick poor people into voting for them. Remember, Biden's like, oh, I'm going to cancel like $10,000 off student debt, vote for me. And then he gets into office and he doesn't do it. So the whole idea...
I mean, really, all they've done is like deferred our payments.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, it's awesome. Yeah, I'm not going to complain. But at the end of the day, they haven't really spent money. Like, it's one of those like... You know, they say they're spending money because we're not having to pay the interest, but nah, I mean, my principal hasn't gone down any.
Yeah, and I think the bigger problem is like the whole like expense of school. Like, I really do feel like, you know, another promise he made, I don't think he delivered, was free community college. Like, I think that's a big way to knock out college debt. And yeah, classic bait and switch. And here's the thing is I'm, you know, lucky enough to go to a private school, University of Southern California. I also got a scholarship to go to UC Irvine. So that's a public school. And then I went to a community college when I was in high school. And one reason I graduated college when I was 20 years old is when I was 16, 17, and 18, I was taking summer school at community colleges for free. And I would argue my education at a community college was better than a public university like UC Irvine and better than a private school like USC because it's smaller classes and the professors were easier to talk to. So I think the biggest scam is anyone. Yeah, if you can't get a scholarship, I mean, this is what I'm going to do with my kids, which is kind of unfair. But I mean, hey, I got a scholarship. Is like, I don't want to pay for 4-year college. You're going to go to a JC unless you can get a scholarship. You know, you get a scholarship for good.
I feel the exact same way. Like,
yeah. And you're going to get the same quality of education. And if they're smart, I'm not going to do AP. The AP classes were good, but it's like instead of taking AP classes, you can literally take online community college classes while you're in high school for free. And so literally when I graduated when I was 18, I already had sophomore standing. And then boom, you know, when I'm 20, I finish my undergrad degree. And when I'm 22, I buy my first house. And so like by the time I was 26, I was pretty much like financially set for the rest of my life because I got out of school when I was 20 and I bought my first house when I was 22, but also I got in at the bottom of the market.
Okay, so I mean, I don't like to get political on this one, but so let me tell you about this one, Cryptographer 5. When people talk about like colleges being super liberal for years, I used to be like, dude, be quiet. And that was maybe because I went to school in Alabama for undergrad. The teachers aren't liberal in Alabama. Mm-hmm. But let me tell you, man, like my daughter, she started taking community college classes last fall, and she took the sustainability class. And like, just imagine like every like stereotype and even like, you know, far left teacher that you can imagine. This sustainability class teacher, it was ridiculous, man. It was like something out of like a terrible movie. She was apologizing for her white privilege.
Wow. Shout out to Martha, by the way. She's in my YouTube live stream. And then Roll Tide. I think Alabama's going to crush Georgia. So I'm looking forward to Alabama winning another championship. And they need to pass some sort of rule. Like they need to ban Alabama from football for a year so other colleges can catch up.
I don't care much for Tuscaloosa. I was always more of an Auburn fan. So fortunately, the years I was going to undergrad, the Crimson Tide weren't doing shit, man. They were losing.
And we need a good Auburn. I think it kind of sucks because, you know, in 2010 and 11, you actually had a good Auburn football team. And I feel like that makes it more exciting. So we do need a better...
For sure.
Yeah, they need better competition. But I don't know. I think that the whole college debt thing can be solved by community colleges. And once again, I think it was a great promise they didn't deliver, right? They're not doing free community college, right? They're not going to pass it.
No, man. Dude, like the whole, and on top of what I just said about my stepdaughter's community college, it still costs thousands of dollars, and most of it's online.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad enough that we were like, hey, you know, like, if you want to take a semester off, like, we'll support you, because this is stupid for us to be still paying the same amount and you're just doing online classes. And some of them aren't even, like, Zoom classes. It's just like, here's an assignment, and we're going to have a test on this date.
But see, you know what the mistake is? So for me, my community college classes were free because if you're in high school, I don't know if this is for every state, but I know in California, unless they change the laws, if you're a high school student, your community college classes are free. So like that's the hack is actually you start taking college classes when you're 16 or 15 if you're smart enough.
While you're in school, yeah.
Yeah, and to be honest, it was actually easier than AP classes. Like I took the AP classes in high school, and my AP classes were harder.
Back in Mississippi, I did both, but in undergrad, the guidance counselor or whatever said like, if you start with sophomore status, you're not going to be eligible for freshman scholarships. So I went into college like one or two classes shy of sophomore status. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so good conversation, and we'll see what happens. What's weird, I do want to like bring this up, is every time I start my live stream, I get like 100 people in my live. It's like only when I start it. I don't know if you've ever been there. And then as the live stream continues, it just dumps.
Yeah, I know. I had like, what was it, 2 nights ago, I had close to 80, and it dumped fast.
Yeah, it's always
It's
like,
cool having like 80 for a little bit.
but I don't know if even half the people are actually paying attention because like you don't get any comments, you don't get any likes, so it could just be like TikTok wants to like encourage you, make you feel good. But hey,
Yeah,
I got 3
exactly.
people in my YouTube live stream, so smash the thumbs up button. I don't have any thumbs up buttons on my YouTube, and if you're here on TikTok, if you don't mind coming on my YouTube and just giving me the thumbs up on my YouTube, greatly appreciate it. And I'll type it in the chat once again. I'm trying to get more people. So I might as well tell you two non-fungible cats. I need 2,000 more watch hours to get paid by YouTube. So if you're ever bored at night, leave on my YouTube live
Yeah,
stream.
just leave it turned on, leave the playlist turned on.
Yeah, please do. And if you
I
wanna-
tell you what YouTube does that I hate, like, if you leave a playlist turned on, they'll give you like 30-minute, hour-long commercials.
Yeah. Yep. What's interesting is for some reason on mine, there's no ads. I don't know what I did, but I made it on my settings that and maybe that's why it's like harder to get viewerships. But yeah, there's no ads on my YouTube, which is kind of dope. But I could be wrong.
Maybe you'll get more ads once you get those 2,000 hours or whatever.
Well, no, once I monetize, because right now I'm not monetized, so I think that's why. So why don't more people use YouTube instead of 6? Yeah, and you're right, and YouTube doesn't ban you. You're right. It's just TikTok helps you find your audience. They do a better job
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly why. It's way more difficult to find an audience on YouTube.
Yeah, and then when it comes to content creation, having the multiple creators and being able to connect with them, I mean, I think Instagram has something like that, but once again, I think the way TikTok set everything up is just superior, but you just have to put it on multiple platforms because the censorship is so much stricter with TikTok. We got Party Finance in the live.
But yeah, I think people that kind of know what's up with these platforms, yeah, they use TikTok to build up the audience, Twitter to kind of give them a little bit more of a name recognition, and then they push
Exactly.
everybody over to YouTube to start doing long form content.
Exactly. That is a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, I love trolling when I'm bored, especially like I'll get on Blockchain Boys or Crypto Mace, like one of the really big people's lives, and I'll start acting like I'm an XRP maxi. And yeah, I'm just clowning around, like XRP to 10K, XRP to Andromeda.
I still like the Nancy Pelosi coin to your Uranus. If Party Finance can come live, let's do some charts on Pelt Token. I wonder if it went to zero.
Oh man, we're not going to do that. Let's not do that. As far as charting, I don't know why. I'm not really concerned about the price action right now. And I say that right now. If Bitcoin goes below 40,000 or Ethereum before 3,000, then I might start getting a little bit. I still won't get that worried.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll get worried enough to actually bother to look at a chart.
I'm setting an invite to Party Finance so you can come on. I guess there's no request button. That's the thing with TikTok. The interface on TikTok is not that good. Okay, we got Party Finance on. Yeah, buddy. This is going to be a good live now. Welcome, welcome.
What's up?
I'm in my little Airstream.
Dude, your mobile home. How much did it cost?
70 grand.
Wow, dude, it's fancy though. Holy moly. Yo, we got to buy this
I have a Gladiator, but now I'm looking at like a Ram TRX.
I brought up before, we have an Avion, which is kind of like an Airstream, and I don't know if the Gladiator will pull it though. That's what I wanted us to get to pull it though.
Yeah, I have the Mojave edition, so like technically like I'm at capacity, but like so we'll see what's up.
So when are we going to get our mobile home park, our crypto mobile home park? Now that you got the trailer.
Check it out this week. I can go like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yo, you got to send me some video content so I can post about it. I want to be the crypto mobile home guy. I'm going to change my name to Crypto Redneck. I want to be the Crypto Redneck of social media.
Crypto trailer park and the Crypto Redneck.
Yep. Because I'm from Indiana, and we got non-fungibles from Alabama, and we got our buddy. Yeah, so we got Mississippi, we got Indiana, and we got Texas in the house. That's as redneck as you can get.
Yep, went from Mississippi to Alabama.
So
Depends on who you're asking if that was an upgrade or a downgrade.
is there a shortage of trailer park manufacturing? Like, do you have to like get a wait list, and like, are they selling now for way higher prices, or is it like pretty easy?
Yeah, so there's like a 7-month wait list for like this model. I found one on the lot. I just bought it. Like I went to go look at it, and like I left 3 hours later buying it. So, but yeah, there's like an 8-month wait for like most of the
Airstreams are kind of niche, and like the people that are into them are like super into them. So yeah.
But I think for like $70K, especially in California, it's a great deal. Because think about all the cool RV parks that you can go to, and you can literally, instead of buying like, if you wanted a beach house in California, it's $3 to $5 million and and it's like $30,000 to $50,000 a year in property tax. Well, why not just get a trailer? Yeah, the picture is way better on YouTube. And then if you guys don't mind, if you're on my YouTube, smash the thumbs up button. And I can't get banned on YouTube.
Yeah. But trailer life is different. This thing is a pain in the ass, to be honest.
Why? Why is it a pain in the butt?
Right now, I have it literally on my driveway right now. So I have the warehouse I got, so I have to move it Monday because the HOA is complaining. I can't just keep it on my driveway forever.
So unfortunately, YouTube does not allow me to have other people on there. That's the only drawback to YouTube, is I can't invite you guys to come on my YouTube. But it doesn't really matter because I can record it on TikTok and then repost it on YouTube, but you don't get it live, unfortunately. But we need one more content creator, and then we can have 4 people on this live. So where are you going to take your Airstream? Are you going to do any like traveling with it, or are you just going to keep it in Texas and just keep it posted?
Are you going to go to like Canada or anything like that?
Planning on going to the beach next week for like 4 days.
Bring it to California, dude. Come do a California trip. You can do Arizona, New Mexico.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about doing like New Mexico, Arizona. Like,
If you want, I will fly out. And ride.
California.
I was going to say, I'll fly out and I'll ride with you if you want, all the way back to California. I'll buy a one-way ticket to Houston and then ride all the way back with you to California.
That'll be so funny.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
And then, hey, non-fungible, we have to pop his cherry. We should take him to Mexico. We'll take you to Mexico once you make it to California.
You've never been to Mexico?
Probably not across the border.
Yeah, we gotta go. I'm not saying let's do something crazy like go to Hong Kong, but like let's at least get a Caesar salad or some good tacos or something.
I like ATVs. What I do is I rent the ATVs on the beach. It's normally $40, but I negotiate them down. If there's 3 of us, I negotiate them down to $20, and then we take the ATVs on the beach.
ATVs, but I've done horses. And I've been wanting to do the ATVs.
Yeah. The horses are cool too. Yeah.
Yeah, I did horses on Christmas Day.
Where can you do boat rentals? I want to do boat rentals. I know there's a marina. That's what I want to learn next, is where can I rent a boat in Mexico and go boating? Because I'm sure it'll be super cheap, like the ATVs.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's definitely going to be somewhere there, like in Rosarito, Ensenada, or whatever. But further down Baja, there's a ton of places for sure.
And then the Brazilian barbecue in Mexico is way better because I'm sure in Texas you guys have like your Brazilian barbecue places where it's like all you can eat and it's like 80 different types of meat. The one in Mexico, if you go for lunch, it's like $13.
Yeah,
you can get filet for $13. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what we probably. There's the one that's by the mall there. The guy.
Yeah, it's like Mr.
I went there Christmas Eve.
It's like Mr. Pamplona.
Where they have the wrestling.
Yeah, and the wrestling. Dude, we got to do that. I'll be right back.
And what's funny about Mexico too is like, dude, Mexico is still not politically correct in some cases. Like that whole Brazilian barbecue. Eat cheaper if you're a woman.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, man, you could make that trip out. Yeah, especially like I know a lot of people go to Arizona this time of year in their trailer parks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weather is really nice in Arizona.
I'm
probably gonna start traveling in like February for like a week or two, and then.
To be honest, you bought it the best time too, because with all this coronavirus BS, it's like really hard to travel internationally. Like it's really you just want to stay in America and Mexico, because like Mexico's pretty much.
I went on that cruise, and the cruise right after they had to like stay in the ocean or whatever for the quarantine.
No way.
Yeah.
How long?
I saw some like TikToks where like they're stuck on cruises and they're like documenting the whole thing. It's like prison.
Dude, that's a nightmare.
And I'm telling you, it was like literally the cruise right after mine. So like I really lucked out.
Yeah, like no one was getting them water for like days. So like they ran out of water like 2 days in, and no one's going to their room.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're on my YouTube, make sure you give me a thumbs up. There's 4 of you, and I only have 2 thumbs up. And then all the TikTok people, if you're OG, jump on my YouTube and just give me a thumbs up, and then come back to TikTok. But yeah, I'm about to hopefully hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. So, but I think my TikTok will surpass my YouTube in probably a month, because I think I have. You know, you still have more followers than me, non-fungible cats.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I've noticed though, just between everyone, it's so much harder now to build a following on TikTok. My first account, it was so easy to get to 10,000, and like.
Well, you said you did it back when you started in 2020.
And also, when crypto prices go up, you get a lot more followers. Like when crypto's crashing, you don't get any followers. People are looking
That's right.
People are looking for jobs at McDonald's. They're not watching crypto content. So yeah, it's pretty funny.
I mean, I guess that's part of the reason I started to want to do a little bit more than just crypto, like talking about accounting and even doing gaming stuff. Yeah, man, the last couple of nights I was like playing Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo.
Nice. Well, retro gaming is like one of my favorites, and if you know what you're doing with your phone, you can get it a lot of it for free. You don't even have to pay for it. You just gotta hustle. Yeah, I don't pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, I do pay for it as for collector purposes type deals, but that's it.
They should make NFTs of video games. I mean, that's another way for
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, dude, I'm now 0 people on my YouTube. Bummer. Okay. Bummer. But hey, my last YouTube live stream was dope. I got like 3 or 4 hours of watch time. So if I grind for the next 100 days, I'll get monetized on YouTube.
You gotta do like 3 videos a day.
No, just going live on YouTube is cool, but what's weird is in the chat, you get more spammers. Like I got someone that came in my YouTube chat. He's like, buy AMC. And I'm like, okay. So
I'm hoping AMC pumps pretty soon because I'll be able to take long-term profit soon. It'll be almost a year that I got AMC at $4 here, like in 3 weeks or so.
What's the PE ratio for AMC? Isn't it like a tech stock because of the stupid meme thing? Like The price to earning. I don't know if you guys have a computer. Anyone can look it up.
Yeah, I got one.
I'm pretty sure it's like a funny for a movie theater. It's like a funny amount. Cinemark too. What's interesting is Cinemark has done much better than AMC, but it doesn't have like the notoriety.
I think AMC kind of like they're one of those that try to expand too quick, so their debt's probably really awful.
Okay. But do you think like the whole movie thing, like I think if they want to compete with streaming, they should start doing like some sort of NFT thing where it's like if you go to the movie, you get an NFT, but if you stream it, you don't. Something to make it like
Dude,
Like your ticket becomes an NFT.
I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah,
actually, man.
like they got to do something to compete, and they can create these collector ideas, and I think sporting venues, like I mean, think about the Super Bowl, how much more money they could make if they're like, hey, we're gonna do some Super Bowl NFTs, but like you have to go to the game, so now the ticket value is even more or something.
I'll tell you one, like in some of these movies, like Black Widow and that type of deal, they'll give you like a little comic book. If that was an NFT instead, I think that would like excite people more. Because those free comic books end up just like in the back seat in the car and get lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know that credit guy? He's having a meetup tomorrow. I'm going to that.
In Houston, the short Asian dude, right?
Yeah. He messaged me yesterday. He's like, I'm in Houston.
Yeah, he just doesn't he just do PPP loan fraud? I wonder why he hasn't gone to jail yet.
I don't think he did.
Okay, what does he do then? He just improves your credit. Oh, wait. You're talking about credit with Leonidas? Or are you talking about another?
Yeah.
See, I'm talking about another content creator. There's another guy who's called Credit as well, but he's just Credit on Instagram. He's got like 2 million followers. He does actual scams. He does, the
Asian kid.
Yeah, not Leonidas. See, Leonidas is legit. He does everything like legally. He's actually smart.
That kid just shows you how to get business like lines of credit, and he'll charge you like $50,000. Like he'll get you a $500,000 line of credit, but he'll charge you 10%. So like, that's, I don't know.
He's kind of it's like loan sharking. He's like, here, go buy this like defunct business, and I'll put you in debt, and then I'll take the money. So I don't know. Great business.
Yeah.
Lots of
but
people are calling for it. It's a great business.
Exactly. So is there any new content creators that you guys have seen that you like? I mean, might as well give some shout out. Yeah, new ones. A lot of them have disappeared. Like, I really liked, what's her name? Amber, but she works now for Goldman Sachs. Just Money or Just Capital. She doesn't post anymore, right?
Yeah, Amber is great. Yeah, but you're right. Ever since she moved over to Florida to do her GS job, she really hasn't been doing much content. I
don't see Crypto T posting either. Like, a lot of these female content creators, they all just went, I don't know, like they're not doing it anymore. Is there new ones that you guys see?
No, Crypto T still does stuff.
Okay, she doesn't come up on mine. I wonder why. I'll just duet more of her stuff.
FYP is weird, man. Like the other one that doesn't come up much for me, but I know she still does stuff, is Taylor Mitchell.
Oh, I don't even know who she is. Who is she?
Yeah, Taylor.Mitchell. We should try and connect with her too. I believe she's out of San Diego.
Nice. Yeah, I still have that dream of doing a crypto house. I want to convert one of my rental properties into like a creator house. I'm just waiting.
I want to do a crypto island DAO.
Ooh, how would we? So wait, crypto so like, buy an island? Dude, yes, I like this idea.
And the island comes with a jet, so we need like a $50 million jet too. So,
how big of a DAO is this going to be? Like, how much do you have to raise to do this DAO?
Quarter million. No, sorry, $250 million. Yeah, I think 250 million is good.
Wow. I don't know. That's crazy.
That'll be pretty fun.
We just need to get a few whales, and we'll be good.
Yeah, we need some crypto whales to be able to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna head over to. I gotta go to the Newport Coast place where we gotta do one of our live streams from. So I'm gonna drive. Do either one of you guys want to host a live? Because I'm down to continue the live stream. I don't want to host. I need to drive.
If you send me a quick text when you're like on the road, and I'll start it.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna end this live then, and I'll probably You want to do another live in like 5 minutes? I'll be on the road in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Thank you everyone on YouTube. Thank you everyone on TikTok for joining our live stream. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Bye bye.
Yeah.
But it's YouTube now. Hey, you're on here, but no, I'm not going to end my live stream on YouTube. I'm going to keep it if you're still here. Here, this is an only YouTube live stream now.
So you've given me the perfect analogy for this.
If you're still here on YouTube, let's talk a little bit before I go. How can I improve this live stream? I think you guys can now see what I do on TikTok, and I'm just wondering, like, is this cool? Is it good? You know, what I do is I just put my other phone here. I don't know if you guys want to give me some thoughts. What I could do to improve the live stream, or it's actually kind of cool what I'm doing. I don't know. If not, I'll just end the live though. I don't get any comments from you, but it's good to see Mother Nugget on. She's like literally one of my first like followers I know, and you actually did the first like live stream. I think you like called in, or I had you do Skype or something like 4 years ago or 5 years ago. I think I still have that video where you like talked about investing and stuff. I don't even know if you're here anymore. You're probably gone. Bummer. Okay, she left. All right.